Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back for more. And if you're one of my returning viewers, thank you so much. I really love getting to know everybody and feeling like it's a little family. Today I'm going to do another page in the Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. If you haven't been following along, I do have a playlist, which is Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. Which goes into all the tutorials for all the pages that are in the book so far. The book is filling up. There's only, well, 5, 6, another number of weeks, I guess. But what I wanted to work on today was the back of this little guide that we did a long time ago. This was one of the first tutorials I did, I think, because this is kind of a smaller half page. So I had been looking in some of the past issues, and I was looking at number 1 of this year. I still have some projects pages kind of flagged there, but the one that I wanted to do something with that I kept going back to was these houses. So I already cut the houses out of the magazine. I'm just going to take those out. That's on page 78 and 79 of issue number 1, 2024. So I've cut those out already, and for 2 of them, before I cut them out, I actually glued them on to just some cardstock. And the reason that I did that will become apparent in a few minutes. So I've already also cut down the paper that I need to fit in that panel. So I just want to double check to see. Yeah, it pretty much fits to measure. So I've got my page there. And what I thought I would do is kind of do a layer the houses. So I'm just going to start by getting this down, and I'm just kind of thinking, yeah. How I want to put that down. I don't really like glue stick. Glue stick and me sometimes don't get along, but I think I will for this instance. And I don't want anything underneath this panel yet. So when I went to fussy cut this out, I just kind of cut it out roughly, and then I used my normal scissors to do the kind of the rough cuts. But then for the little bits there, like the little chimney pots and the little antenna, I then used my micro scissors, because that helps to get right in the, and that needs to go right down to the bottom. This almost fits exactly in there with a little space to the, yeah, so I have these tiny little micro scissors that I use to kind of snip in between the really little fussy bits, because I know a couple of people have asked about kind of the fussy cutting. So that's, well, actually initially what I did was I took my mat and kind of rough cutted it out with my Fisker precision knife, and then I did that. So for that little antenna, what I often do is I'll put a piece of tape on the back, just a piece of scotch tape, sellotape, and then it gives it a little bit of strength. I didn't in this instance, so I'm lucky that I didn't end up tearing it off. But for these other 2, because they were on the cardstock, this one here had a little antenna and a little light there, so okay, so we've got that one down. Now, in this image, it had a little sign that was kind of off on this side. So what I thought I would do, I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to see it once everything gets from the top view, but when we open it up, which I'll show you when we get finished, it'll be cute. So let's get that down. All right. Today's Saturday. This will come out this Friday. I just finished my Marguerite Miller collage. Okay, so that's down. Right, so then what I wanted to do is I made a little hinge so that I could hinge these two at the bottom. I just want to get my placement because that's too far over, but I couldn't get too much over that way, so I guess here will be good. And then I'm just going to glue that down. And I could have put on the front part, I could have sandwiched the hinge in between the backing and the front image, but I really didn't want that little ridge to be seen on the front, like as a ridge, so that's why I just kind of did it in the back that way. And then now I just want to put this one on the front. And I think there would be good. So we'll get that down. This is going to be a quick and easy one today. But I really wanted to do something with these houses. And that little side panel, that little half panel, it just seemed to work perfectly. Okay, so then what I did is I tried to decide what kind of closure that I wanted for this. So I had a couple options. The first thing that I thought about was my book dart. So I could just take my little book dart and just clip it so that it was there, but I really didn't like how that looked. So then the next thing I thought about was my little picture fastener, I guess, with a brad. So I thought that might be cute, and I've done this kind of technique before in this one. I got these from the girls for Christmas, and I just love using them. But I kind of really didn't want that effect either. So then I thought, well, I want to have a saying. So what I thought I would do is just take some brown or some black paper, and then I'm going to glue that down as kind of like a belt. And I'll do that before I glue this page in, so that this is wedged between the backing and the page. And then I'll have one on the other side. And then I have some Velcro dots. Some are real Velcro, which are the best ones for mini things, but I think the ones from the dollar store will probably work just as well here. So I then just want to try and see if I can just round that little corner there. So I think that would be cute. So then I went and found a saying, and I thought what I would like to have here is what we see. I hope it fits. What we see depends on what we look for. And I think sometimes I can be reminded of that, because if you look for the negative, you're going to find it. So then I'm just going to cut that off. And then we'll round that a little bit. Nope. That tucked in there. Okay. And then I went to my Velcro stash. And I was thinking that just this little square one would probably work fine. And this is a dollar store jobby. So let's peel that off. And we'll put it here, I think. So I kind of thought that was cute, in that when I was looking at this initially, I was looking at all the little people in what they were doing. I love libraries and all the little people in there at the boutique. That slid off. Fix that. That slid down, so I just want to fix this so that it's flush there. Okay. I guess my hinge is kind of like, oh, I guess maybe it's crooked that way. Okay, I'll have to live with it. Just looks a little bit crooked there. But yeah, so what everybody was doing in the boutique, and he's got his little telescope out, and maybe he's looking for planetary objects. There's Chester in the window there. Me watering my plants. And then there's people at the bistro. I just love this. So, but the other intent was to have some journaling spots. So you can use, and that's why I kind of backed it onto some of this paper. And then I just thought that we can go around and just do a little bit of doodles. Except I just put that through the glue to create a little journal spot. And then what you could do as well is just go through and the magazine, if there's any little images that you think that you like, then you can always add like a flower to this or what have you. Upside down. Yeah, and then you can put a picture here if you wanted to, or just write a little something about your day, or just leave it blank for now, and you could have a little hidden message at some point, or maybe you'll find something in another issue that you'd like to capture. But I just knew that I wanted to do something with these houses. And this was like the prime project. And I thought about embellishing it. But, I could have colored it. But I kind of like the black and white images. And I thought about maybe getting out the Wink of Stella and highlighting some bits of it. But to be honest, I was just kind of happy with it the way it is. So then we've got our little doodle spots there. So then we can, if you wanted to write little lines or just write something there. Again, you could embellish that in some way. But I just thought the message was good. If we look for negative, we're going to get negative. So then as far as putting it in our book, it will just slot right in there. And I thought that that would look good there, opposite that. So I'm just going to go away. I'll put that in and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got that in. So we're going along, dum-de-dum-dum-dum. And there it is. And then if I want to open that up and flip down my houses, then they're there. I just love that. It's kind of, I like the interactive too. So I know this was short and sweet this week, but I'm glad you did stop by. And if you did like it, please give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do that. And if you haven't watched those past videos, then they're all there in the playlist. But until we meet again, I really hope you have a safe and healthy week, and bye for now.